Hey guys, Patrick Donovan, eXp Realty, part of the Johnson Group here in beautiful Savannah, Georgia. I'm joined today with Jessica Neely, the savvy finance lady from Beach Group Insurance. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well. And she's coming on today to talk to us about what's going on in 2026 with home insurance, what you should be looking to do, and how you can save some money, and what is an insurance agent's job. So we're going to be talking about all that stuff. Are you ready?
How much time do we have?
I hope a ton. So here, let's see what we got. Okay, so first question.
Yes.
What are the factors affecting home insurance in 2026?
Biggest factors are natural disasters. So think about the things that are happening across the country: fires, flooding, hurricanes. Those are huge impacts to home insurance carriers and rates. Just fun fact, catastrophic losses from natural disasters reached $62 billion in the first half of 2024. That's 70% higher than the 10-year average. That's a big jump. So insurers are mitigating those risks by making changes to different underwriting guidelines, requiring certain minimum deductibles now, such as like a 2% wind and hail deductible. Or some companies aren't even writing if you're within a certain distance to the coast. We've seen several, we're in Southeast Georgia, we've seen several carriers pull out of the area altogether because of the high risk of hurricanes. And then other factors that kind of impact home insurance are obviously regulatory decisions, economic trends, inflation, which definitely impacts cost of labor, building materials, which then increases costs on claims. So several factors.
Well, speaking on that about the inflation part, okay, so how often should people re-engage their insurance agent to talk about the coverage they have, because it might not be enough? Are you seeing that? How often do you suggest that people should re-engage their insurance to make sure that they are covered properly?
I would say every time you get a renewal, which on home insurance is typically annually. You should be reviewing your coverage. If anything seems out of place or not where it needs to be, you need to be talking to your insurance agent about increasing it. And really, we saw that a lot, Patrick, like in the last 5 years. Think about 5 years ago, costs then versus now.
Wild.
It is wild. And if you haven't touched your home insurance, like your dwelling coverage since then, you are probably underinsured. And you need to do something about that if you want proper coverage for your home.
Right, because it could be shocking, right? If something catastrophic should happen, right? And you thought you were good, but you're short $50,000 to $60,000. Well, where are you pulling that money from?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So just make sure you keep in touch with your insurance agent, and I'm sure, Jessica, you keep in touch with your clients, I assume, right?
Yes, absolutely. Super important.
Very good. And then, of course, you can watch her channel. She gives you all kinds of great updates on that. Jessica, you want to talk about your channel real quick?
Yeah, I am the Savvy Finance Lady on YouTube, and we talk about all things finance, insurance, business, and productivity.
All right. Yeah. Check her out. So if you guys want some good advice, definitely go there. Okay. So how is technology impacting home insurance in 2026?
I think this is super important for people to be aware of now, because a lot of the insurance carriers are using smart home technology to offer discounts on home insurance policies and mitigate claims risks. So think things like a smart security system to help prevent theft, leak detectors to help prevent or notify you of water losses, like leaks, say, in your water heater or your washing machine, your dishwasher. There are sensors you can put on those. Yes, there are sensors now. Yes, and they connect to an app and they will notify you on your phone. Yes, if they sense a leak. And there's water heaters now that they have automatic shutoff technology in them if they detect a leak. on the water heater. So it's really cool, actually. And then I would say also fire alarms. So notifying fire department if they sense smoke in your home, that's a big one. Really, some carriers are adjusting premiums now based on real-time data from smart devices. And this can be a pretty significant discount, yes, on your home insurance. And there's another device through Ting where you plug it in and connect it to Wi-Fi. So it will notify you if your power goes out, if there's an electrical surge in your home that could potentially cause a fire. Like there's just technology isn't always the enemy. I know that not everyone loves it. Sometimes it can really like save your home, from major damage. So it really can be a win-win for, safety and savings on your home insurance.
So how much? So if I was gonna say, okay, I obviously trust you, but say I go, okay, I'm gonna get me a smart home package. We're gonna get all the cameras, all the stuff. How much of a savings can I expect?
Anywhere from 5 to 20%, depending on the carrier.
5 to 20%, depending on the carrier. Are all carriers going that way, or is it just some? Or
a lot of them. I would say there is some type of discount along those lines from every carrier. Some of them aren't as sophisticated as others. Some of them it's just a security system still, but a lot of them are moving towards the water detection sensors. That's a big one because water losses is like the second biggest loss on a homeowner's insurance policy next to weather and a roof. So yeah, I mean, and really it's peace of mind for you too. Because imagine having to deal with a claim where your home, half your home burned down. Can you imagine? You're going to have to live somewhere else. You're going to have to deal with insurance. You're going to have to figure out what the stuff in your home, how it was impacted, like what you're needing to replace. Like what peace of mind to know that you might actually get a warning and can do something before it gets out of hand.
Yeah, I can see that. I think also, and I think we're going to talk about this with the, when you're talking about the cost of living just increases just in general. It just okay, I'm going to go get me a smart home system that's going to cost me X amount of dollars a month. I was hearing you got to get a deal. You got to get a 60-month package for their, Safe Touch to get the ultimate deal. Like, so I have to commit 5 years to this system. I think that's where people get frustrated, I guess. Can you understand what I'm saying?
100%, but I would say shop the market because there are a lot of things out there that do not require, long-term commitment like that. Because I agree, I would be balking at that a little bit too. Like I said, there's the Ting sensor, which is, I don't know, $100 a year maybe to protect you from electrical surges in your home. So there's less expensive ways to investing in a new water heater that has that technology in it, and a water heater is going to last you 15 years, 10 to 15 years. So there are other ways to do it in which you are not committing to 5 years or have an outlay of cash, and that's ridiculous.
Right. Okay. Hopefully inflation will come down and prices will come down, but I don't know that that's going to be the case.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So how do insurance agents continue to add value in 2026 to an increasingly online marketplace?
So here's another fact. Data is telling us that 30% of policyholders are not satisfied with current digital insurance channels available to them. Oftentimes online is impersonal. It can be very frustrating to deal with. You don't really know a lot of times what you're purchasing, what coverages you're purchasing, and are they the right coverages for you? So I would just say, obviously I'm a little biased. I am an insurance agent. Right. So I want to put that out there, disclaimer, but we spend time with our clients. We make sure they understand their policy coverages and we explain the coverages. So if it's something they don't think they need, we take it off. Agents tend to answer their phones. If you're calling a local office, we answer our phone when you call our office. You're not going to get an 800 number where you have to press 1 or 500 times to get a human on the phone to help you. And then also too, we're licensed and we can really be a trusted advisor for you. So, if you have a question about filing a claim before you actually file it, you have someone to call who can advise you, hey, here's your deductible. What do you think repairs are going to cost? And kind of talk you through that, or talk you through an emergency. If you have a water leak or something, like what are the first steps, turn off the water. And a lot of times people don't know, especially if they're like first time home buyers and they've never dealt with any of those kind of like nerve-wracking home, issues or problems. That can be really stressful. So an agent can really help with that also.
Well, and not to mention, didn't you say like if you called the online people, didn't you say the insurance company kind of considers that a claim and then it could hurt your premium?
Yes. If you call your insurance company, almost all of them will automatically, if you're inquiring about a claim, they will automatically file it as a claim. And then that stays on your property loss history anywhere from 3 to 5 years, depending on the carrier, which then increases your premiums, even if they didn't pay out, like even if they didn't, help you cover the repairs, it still affects you for 3 to 5 years. So yes, an agent can, isn't it? I know. I agree.
Unbelievable.
I agree.
Actually.
I agree. It's not right, but that's the benefit of working with a local agent, is that you at least have that kind of an in-between person who can kind of, again, talk you through what are your coverages? Would this be covered on your policy? Like pests are not covered on a home insurance policy, but most people probably don't know that, and they would just call the insurance company and want to file a claim if they had termite damage or something. And
Right.
So your agent, like someone who is licensed and knows insurance, is going to know that and be able to advise you.
And so let me ask you this. So if they call you as their agent instead of the insurance company, is that going to affect their premium?
We're not filing it as a claim until you tell us to.
Okay. So that's a huge difference then.
Yes.
Well, so does it cost more to have an agent? If I have an agent, is that going to cost me more on my home insurance?
No, we're paid commissions based on our, policy premiums that we sell. But no, it does not cost you more to work with an agent. So in my opinion, it would be crazy not to. It's just, again, online, frustrating. You don't know what you're buying. No one's explaining coverages. You call and file a claim, it's automatically a claim. So it's just, not personal service.
Right. I think oftentimes, and that, I've been guilty of this, is that, I just go with whatever's cheapest to cover, like just to make my payments lower. Right. I mean, like a house payment is not cheap, what I'm saying? And then when it's rolled in, your insurance is rolled into it, people are just like, let's just get the cheapest thing possible. But you're advising this wrong. And I agree, because especially like you said, we live in Southwest Georgia. You get wind,
Yes.
you got all the hurricane potential, flooding potential. So
Tornadoes.
there's a lot of,
Tornadoes are a big concern too, like in Middle Georgia. We had one a few years ago just down the road from us.
Oh, so, yeah. Elabelle.
Yeah.
Right. Went right through the golf course. That was awful.
Yes. Took out a lot of homes.
So it's a good idea to have an insurance agent. They can talk you through the stuff, make sure you're getting the right coverages, and then you guys can talk every year to make sure that you got the right. I mean, it just sounds like you're offering a service that should already be built into the system. And I don't even know why online exists. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I agree. It's not something I would personally ever use.
Right. Okay. Are increased insurance costs impacting home sellability?
As much as I would like to say no, the answer is yes, definitely. Especially again, where we live. When you invest in a home, you need to consider a location. And like we've talked about, we're in a coastal area that drives up those insurance costs. you need to be thinking about barrier islands. On barrier islands, you can expect to pay 50 to 200% more for home insurance premiums.
High velocity zone, right?
Yes, yes. I mean, wind, definitely. If you're in a flood zone, your lender, if you have a mortgage, is going to require that you have flood insurance. That is an extra monthly cost to owning that home. And you have to think about that too when you sell it. That's a cost that somebody who wants to buy your home is probably going to have to pay also.
Right.
So yes, definitely. It's definitely need to be thinking about those things when you are buying a home.
All right, so I have a scenario real quick.
Yeah.
Say I'm insured with you, and I have flood insurance and all that stuff on my home, and I have a good rate because you'd hook me up, right? And I wanted to sell my home. Could I get with you to help, transfer my policy to somebody else? How does that work?
Yes, not the home insurance policy. We would have to rewrite that to the new buyer's name, but your flood policy can transfer if it's through the National Flood Insurance Program or FEMA. So yes, it can transfer at closing, and we do that often. Or if you don't, let's say the home you're buying, they have flood insurance with another office. Well, if that seller provides the declarations page to you, I can take that and include a prior insurance discount on your quote. So your rate should be almost the exact same on your flood insurance. So you can keep everything in one location too. And not a lot of people realize that, but yes. And that's an easy way to keep all your stuff in one place.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right, that's good. I mean, that's good advice to know. So if you are looking to sell, definitely get with your insurance agent. Just like if you're going to buy, you got to make sure you get with your insurance agent. I think a lot of people, wait too long right after they buy or right after they go on a contract. Sometimes, when you want to be in a specific area, that's a great time to talk to the insurance agent, because if say you want to be in Ardsley Park, or you want to be in Tybee, or you want to be in Wilmington Island, and where you're going to be, getting ahead of the game with the insurance agent will make a huge difference. So
a quick phone call, like when you get your pre-approval, even, I know realtors like to have those pre-approvals before you go out and shop for homes. A quick phone call to an insurance agent, a local agent to your area, is going to be able to tell you, hey, these are like the top 5 things you need to really be paying attention to when you're shopping for homes, and will drive costs up if you aren't paying attention.
Right, too. And then if you get all that stuff hammered out up front, then it's easy. It makes the process easier towards the end. So I agree with you very much.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, will flood insurance become a priority for more homeowners in 2026?
Yes, we're already seeing it here in the Southeast. We're seeing it a lot. According to FEMA, only 4% of homeowners across the country have flood insurance, even though 99% of U.S. counties have been impacted by flooding since 1996. Isn't that a crazy statistic? So only 4% of homeowners have flood insurance, but 99% of U.S. counties have been impacted by flooding. Like, that blows my mind, honestly.
That is crazy.
Yes. Yes. And we've had recent events. Tropical Storm Debby impacted the Southeast and caused many homes that were not in a flood zone to flood. And those people were very devastating. Yes. Hurricane Helene, same thing. Look at North Carolina. It was inland,
God.
Asheville area, not in a flood zone, so those people didn't think to have flood insurance. And flood insurance is relatively inexpensive to have on your home. And I always tell people, if you have the means, it's peace of mind, especially for us. If we get an evacuation order, for me, knowing that I have flood insurance and home insurance on my personal home, I don't care. If something happens, I'm good. I'm taken care of. I don't have to worry about it. I can just worry about getting my family to a safe area. So yeah, definitely you need to, unless you can afford to self-insure, highly recommend purchasing flood insurance when you buy a home.
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, being in this area, like you said, Debby really kind of opened my eyes to, I don't live near anything that would flood, but after Debby, I was like, whoa, because of the devastation in Richmond Hill. And let me ask you, because your office, well, the Richmond Hill office is was right in the impact zone, wasn't it?
No, we did not get water in our area, but everybody like around the Ogeechee River, that whole basin area, then also too the new residential areas that were in Richmond Hill, where when they were built, proper drainage was not installed by the builders. Hugely impacted. There was nowhere for the water to go. And we got so much rain in such a short period of time that those homes flooded because of that. There was zero drainage. Like behind like one of the grocery stores there, it was very bad. Like it was very bad. And
The
a lot
church,
of
the Kroger, the
yes,
yeah,
yes,
the Dairy Queen, like it was awful. And you didn't expect it. Like no one expected it. And it's like, wow. And then even like you said in Pooler, like we just did a show, Market Sip, on Monday nights at 8 p.m. if you guys want to check it out, where the Hunt Club, like there was no flooding issues, but the more and more that they built new construction there, more and more yards started getting flooded. They didn't have the proper retention ponds and all that kind of stuff. So and then the more and more you take out trees and dirt and put concrete,
yes. Nowhere for water to go.
Exactly. So I mean, there's plenty of reason, especially in Southeast Georgia and the Savannah, Pooler, Richmond Hill, Effingham counties, like these counties.
Any coastal area. If you are on the coast in the United States of America, you should have flood insurance. If you're by a river, if you're by a lake, if you're by water that could potentially flood. Washington State just went through it with one of their major rivers. Like these incidents are not just isolated to Florida and Georgia and the Carolinas. This is happening all over the country. And again, flood insurance is typically not that much. You're looking at maybe $400 to $700 a year, and to avoid thousands in damage or mold issues, or I don't know. To me, it's again, peace of mind.
Absolutely. Well, I want to say thank you so much for coming on and answering a bunch of questions for us. I think my audience is going to get a ton of this. And if they want to get a hold of you, Jessica, how do they get a hold of you?
Yes, Beach Insurance Group in Pooler. You can Google us. We're there. Or you can find me, the Savvy Finance Lady, on YouTube. And
you could probably be able to watch this video on her channel too, because then we'll collaborate, and then so we'll be on both. So it'd be great. So I really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.